He looked up to see across Fluttershy. Exactly how much privacy do I actually get? Draconicus laughed nervously. Well, have you got nothing better to do with your time? No, well, I'd rather be spending my time with you. Then why didn't you say so? You see, he groaned. I got nothing. He waited for her scolding or whining or even that stare, but she laughed instead. He looked up at her in confusion. You're not mad about me invading your privacy? Mad? She said. Discord, this isn't the first time I've caught you. It's a little disconcerting, but I'm not mad. Besides, now that you're in the clear, you can help me feed the animals. No problem. He stood up and readied his fingers, but Fluttershy flew up and pressed her hooves against his paw, shaking her head. I want you to feed them from your paw. He blinked. You mean walk right up to them and expect them not to run away? To accept food from me? He threw up his hands. No offence, my dear, but count me out. Won't you at least give it a try? I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not one with nature like you. Those fins will run away at the sight of me. They're smart enough to do so. He glanced at her as she placed some acorns in his paw. Well, I think it's time we change that, don't you? She pointed towards a group of squirrels. Discord stared at her, then at the acorns, then at the squirrels, and then at her again. She gestured towards the animals again, sternly narrowing her eyes. He sighed. Oh, all right. The things he did for this pony. Sighing again, he advanced towards the squirrels. All right, you little rascals, lunchtime. The critters squeaked as he knelt down to them, and they raced into a hole in the tree. The squirrels are complete jerks. I think the one in Pinky Apple Pie deserved to die. Discord glanced back at Fluttershy. What did I tell you? She giggled as she glided to his side. You need to be gentler. She took some of the acorns from his paw. Here, watch me. You know I will, he thought as she floated to the tree. Shh, she whispered. It's okay. At the sound of her voice, the squirrels put their heads out. There's nothing to be scared of. Discord's not going to hurt you. Sure he won't. She then set the acorns down at the tree's base and stepped back. In a few seconds the squirrels climbed down and stuffed the acorns into their mouths. Some smaller squirrels then appeared and tried to get acorns themselves, but could not get to the pile. Fluttershy then nodded towards Discord and gestured for him to kneel down. He shook his head. She narrowed her eyes and pointed her hoof commandingly at the squirrels. He shook his head again insistently. Fluttershy gritted her teeth and stuck her hoof in the back of his shoulders, urging to kneel. He shook his head once more, this time violently. Fluttershy could not control her stare and angrily used it on him. He simply smirked and waved it off. She then turned away from him and sniffed. This caught Discord's attention. He peered over at her face and saw tears forming in her eyes. Oh, please don't, he muttered. She then faced him, shooting those big, glassy blue-green eyes at him. Unlike her stare, this look affected him tremendously. Yes, ponies are adorably cute when they use adorably cute eyes. Even Miocene looks cute with adorably cute eyes. He grunted and knelt down to the squirrels, causing Fluttershy to smile. The squirrels stiffened at sight of him, but did not run away immediately. He stuck out his paw, showing them the acorns inside. They stared at the street, then at him. Discord rolled his eyes. They're not poisoned, if that's what you're thinking. Fluttershy put her hoof on his paw and gently pushed downward. Oh, sorry. He did so, and signalling for him to set the acorns on the ground. He did so, and the squirrels took them and fled. There, Discord stared bluntly. I fed them. May I go now? Oh, no you don't, mister, Fluttershy insisted. There are plenty more animals that need feeding. He stamped his gut hoof. Oh, come on! Can't I just snap my fingers? It'll make the job easier. Sorry. Make my job easier. No, no magic. You have to learn to be kind to the animals. I'm the Lord of Chaos. I don't have to be kind to anything. Please, Discord. Why should I? He trailed off as she timidly took his paw and stared at him with those pleading eyes. For me? Oh, those eyes, he grunted. Fine, but you owe me for this. She grinned and gave him a handful of birdseed and pointed towards a flock of birds picking at the ground. Disco gulped and made his attempt. They flew further away with every step he took toward them. He was about to give up when Fluttershy flew down to him and took a small amount of the seed out of his paw and onto the ground in front of him. One bird pecked at the seed curiously and then flew to Discord's hands to get the rest. His crocus widened his eyes and looked at the Pegasus. See, she said, all you have to do is show them they can trust you. He glanced down as more birds hopped into his hands. Well, they shouldn't. I could squash them with one clap of my hand, you know. But you wouldn't do that. And why wouldn't I? Because if you do, I'll never speak to you again. This caused him to shout. What? His outburst frightened the birds off of him, and he dropped what was left of the birdseed. Now see here, Pegasus. You can't boss Discord around like this. I make the rules around here. Are you trying to make a fool out of me? He paused as one of the birds returned and landed on his head. Get off of me, he bellowed, scaring it away. Fluttershy laughed, which made Discord soften a bit. He then reflected on what had just happened and started laughing himself. I looked ridiculous, didn't I? She shook her head. No, it was cute. He blinked at her. Cute? Does that offend you? No, it's just that... He glanced around at his feet. He glanced down at his feet. No pony's called me cute before. This is because you're not cute. Fluttershy's just been I don't know. Actually, why would Fluttershy say cute? Is it really cute? I mean, yeah, Discord can be adorable, but I wouldn't say cute.